I gotta elevate. I've been praying to God for a better way. I concentrate on my goals and I meditate. Make sacrifices, put time and I dedicate. I gotta elevate. I'ma make sure the family forever straight. They wouldn't listen, now I gotta devastate. I'm on your ass and I won't let you get away. I gotta elevate. I've been praying.
Last night was so amazing.
Hell yeah, it was. What's up, Bruce?
You going for round number 2?
You know it.
Brought to you by Blue Chew. Chew it and do it!
What up, y'all? This is the Short Elijah Podcast. I am your host, Short Elijah, and shout out to our sponsor, Blue Chew. Thank you for that. But I got my co-hosts. Y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves.
What's good, everybody? This is Miss Sugar.
You got Lamont Dawson there. How y'all doing?
With Desiree, she's on mute. She's on mute.
Yes. I'm Desiree. I'm sorry.
But hey, y'all, we got a good hell of a show tonight. Tonight is gonna be learning some things, man. So I need everybody out there watching, share this and everything. Take notes. Men, take notes. Women, take notes. This is gonna be a good one. So I'm letting you know the topic is tonight. What are the key components to finding or having true love? So before I play the video, do anybody get any inputs about that?
Oh, I'm pretty sure we all got a lot of input for that.
So let's go ahead and start with a little bit. Just saying, go ahead, Miss Sugar. What you from your point of view?
From my point of view, I feel like it's based on the people when they come together. Like me personally, I feel like I always say this: you don't fall in love, you grow in love with somebody. And when you have the right components with each other to listen as well as be heard and open-minded, unconditionalness, all those things kind of mash together when you do find your person. And you don't look for the end at the beginning. Like some people look for all the red flags so much immediately because they've been through so much to the point where they just already looking for the end of the relationship before it even begins. And you can't go in with that mindset. So,
I can concur. I can concur with that. What you got, Lamont?
You know, when you just hit that on the head, I recently myself was looking at the negatives instead of giving something a shot, instead of looking at the positives. So I started backing off some things. And a friend of mine was like, dog, you don't even know her, you know? So, bro, don't judge before you know. And I'm going to tell you, some of the things without even asking, little simple things that wasn't even asking, doing on their own. You know, I've had some complaints that I might complain with a buddy, just guys been guys, just like women been women, and didn't say nothing to her.
I don't know what happened. Just blanked out. Until Lamont come back, what you got, Desiree?
I say the same thing every show. You basically, I don't know. Me personally, I'm gonna give it a shot. I mean, I can't. Everybody is not the same, so you cannot approach the situation the same as you would in somebody else. And I don't know. I done been hurt plenty of times. That ain't gonna stop me from trying. I'm getting to learn somebody. I know somebody, so
right.
That's just me.
And see,
I'm
like,
go
ahead.
Huh?
What you go ahead? Like, well, I can't even talk. You know what I'm saying? What Ebony said, because she kind of hit it right on the nail, right down the head. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit with the first video. This first video, it is 6 minutes and 39 seconds. I need everyone that's out there, please listen and pay attention. You will learn something. Hell, I learned some stuff, and I'm an asshole sometimes. All right, y'all.
Hello and welcome to Success Formulas.
12 things women do only with men they love. No matter how mysterious women usually seem to men, there are some clear signs that reveal their true feelings. If you're wondering whether or not a woman loves you, check out these 11 things women do only with men they love. Number 1. She always tries to make you happy. When a girl is in love, she will go out of her way to make you happy. She will always make an effort just so she can make you smile. A woman in love will surprise you with a nice dinner after a long week at work. She will perhaps get you tickets for that basketball game you've been talking about for 2 weeks. If she is in love, your happiness will be important for her. She will do her best to make you happy and to show you how much she loves and appreciates you. Number 2. She wants to know everything about you. Most girls are curious and inquisitive by nature. They like to know things about people, and they are quick to form opinions about them. Girls in love especially want to know everything about the man they love. It is not only a matter of curiosity. When a girl loves you, she wants to know every little thing about you, not because she is nosy, but because she wants to get close to you and to get to know the real you. She will be interested in how you grew up, the pets you had, the schools you went to, your favorite meal, and all sorts of things you may not find important. But she loves you. Everything about you is important to her. Number 3. She accepts you as you are. Of course, you have flaws. Everybody does. A woman in love will see your flaws sooner or later, but she will accept them because she truly loves you. And with love comes acceptance. Your imperfections do not matter because no one is perfect. She does not care if you have a job or not, if you are overweight or skinny. She is in love with you and your imperfections as well, and she will never try to change you. She will accept you for who you are. True acceptance is a clear sign of love, and honestly, this is one of the best signs of a really good relationship. Number 4. She is there for you through the tough times. A woman who loves you would not only accept your flaws and shortcomings, but she will also stick by your side when you are going through a rough patch. In sickness and in health, for better or for worse, she will not abandon you. A woman in love will provide you with support and a shoulder to cry on. She will encourage you when you lose faith and help you to get through even the hardest times. Whether you lose your job, you get sick, or you lose someone you love, your girl will be by your side. Number 5. She supports your dreams and hopes. In addition to being by your side when you're having a hard time, the woman who loves you will be beside you on your way to the top. She will support your dreams and hopes and help you achieve anything you want. If you want to change your career so that you could finally have your dream job, she will encourage you. If you need to work extra hours for a while so you could get that promotion you were hoping for, she will not complain. If she loves you, she will want you to succeed. Before we continue the video, we'd like to thank all of our subscribers. Please make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Your support helps us keep making more helpful and interesting content. Now let's get back to the video. Number 6. She is caring and nurturing. Most women are naturally caring and nurturing when they love someone, so don't be surprised if she starts asking you if you are hungry, or if she covers you with a comfy blanket when you are asleep. That is a kind of instinctive behavior for women in love. Men are usually protective of the woman they love, and women get extra nurturing and caring when they are in love. If she frequently and genuinely is making sure you're well, that is a sign she loves you. Number 7. She wants to be close with your loved ones. If a woman cares about you deeply, she will want to be a part of your life. That means having some sort of relationship with the people you care about. They are important to you, and she loves you, so it will be important to her to be close with them. This doesn't mean she will want to be best friends with your best friend, or that she will hang with your mom every day. But a woman who loves you will certainly try to get to know your loved ones, and to be on a pleasant and friendly basis with them. Number 8. You know you are her priority. When a girl loves you, you will have no doubts about how important you are to her. She will put you first, and you will know it. This doesn't mean that she will abandon everyone and everything she is doing on your command. That would be more a sign of neediness than of love. But when you truly need her, she will rearrange her tasks and be there for you. Number 9. She asks for your opinion and advice. When a woman loves you, your opinion will be important to her. When she has doubts or troubles, She will come to you for your opinion and advice. You matter to her, so what you think will also matter. She will also trust your judgment, and she will not be reluctant to seek your advice and follow it. You are important to her, and she will want you to take part in all aspects of her life. Number 10. She talks about a future with you. When a woman is truly in love with someone, she doesn't only think about the present, but about the future as well. And she doesn't stop at thinking about it. She shares her plans, ideas, and thoughts with you. No matter if it is a random conversation about her career plans or having children, she would include you in all her plans. Number 11. She confides in you. She tells you things that are kind of intimate and personal, and that she wouldn't share with anyone else. That shows us she puts her trust in you. When we are in love with someone, being able to confide in them is a very important sign of true love. So if you notice that she tends to share her secrets with you, that's a huge sign, because that is something women do with the man they love. Number 12. She remembers things important to you. When a woman loves you, she will remember things that matter to you. She will never forget important dates, your favorite sports team, or the food you like to eat. These things are important to her because she wants you to feel good. Remembering all these things and using this knowledge to make cute gestures and surprises for you is her way to show you she loves you. Have you recognized your girl in any of these signs?
I know that was a lot, everyone, but I think they need to, since it's about how the woman thinks or feels, I want you to start with you, Ebony.
Most of the time, women will show you exactly how they want to be treated and show you exactly how they feel about you. We are the type of people that we put it at face value for you. So,
correct.
But the thing is that sometimes it is not always received the way that you're giving it, because the way that you're giving it may come off like, one thing he hit on the head is that we want to know every little thing about you, because that's how important you are to us. Your imperfections define some of who you are, your character. So we want to know every little thing about you. We're interested. We want to be involved. We want to be engrossed in your life, so we have a better understanding of who you are and how to maneuver and operate with you. But it's hard when sometimes a person takes that in, especially something that they've never had before, and they look at it in a bad light instead of a good light. Like he said, you think she's being nosy, but she's not. Like, she's really just inquiring. If she's not inquiring about you all the time, she don't give a damn about you. She don't give a damn. That means you can do whatever you want, when you want, how you want, where you want, period. A woman takes you like in other words, we invest in you what we want in return. We're going to invest in you what we want in return. And so, yeah, he hit a lot of them on the head. It is. And then the number one thing is, believe it or not, no matter what you may think about that woman that you're trying to woo or whatever, it's never, let me say this, it's never the big things, it's the small things that don't even have a price on it, that means the most to a woman. Now, unless you out here picking up gold diggers and everything else, okay, cool, whatever. But a real woman, she puts values in the small things that are seriously important to her. The time, the effort, the thinking of her just because. And in return, she's going to do those things for you because she's like, okay, he's showing me what I need. You feeding me what I need. And that has opened me up more to at your imperfections. I'm going to support you. I want to uplift you. I want to motivate you. Yes, I want to be around people that you're around. It ain't got to be your friends, but your family. They important to you, so they important to me. Let me create a relationship with them as well, because you value them. So let me see what you value in them. Okay. And, take it from there. It's a lot of, we have a lot of components to us. We really do. But the number one thing is that women are nurturers. So when they love somebody, yes, they try to nurture every aspect of you.
Mm-hmm. That's heavy. Good Lord. That's, hey, so the credit, I don't even know what to say behind that, because some of the things that you've spoken on, I actually, once I saw this video and I did my little research on the video, some of the things that you said is what I was thinking, but it's no need for me to go behind it. So Desiree, what you got to say on the things that you hear about the list about a woman?
I mean, she basically covered everything that I was gonna say because it is the small stuff, and we don't want
Mhm.
a whole lot. We don't ask for a whole lot. I did see. Let me see. I seen some content about this guy. He was discussing women, and he was saying how some women, because I can say I do know a few, we want 50 things out of a man. And soon as he can do 40 of them, and as soon as he don't do them 10 things, it's a problem.
Mhm.
And most men, they only want love and support and loyalty. They don't ask
Mhm.
for much. I know me personally, I'm hands on with everything. I would do stuff by myself and still want a partner. Of course I want a partner. I'm tired of doing everything by myself, but
Right, right.
that's all we look forward to. We don't need, I don't need you to take me on no vacation. We can do that together. And that's just how relationships supposed to work. It's supposed to be a 50-50 thing.
Right.
People not giving that out no more. I don't know what's going on. The
Because
shortage
people
of
take the word
good men and
provider and
women.
they think that you being the man being the provider, that's all they hear. Man being the provider, man being provider. But really, a family is one unit. So when you have a man and a woman together, even if you read your Bible, you have a man and a woman that come together, they create a unit,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
one complete whole. So
yeah,
it's no such thing as a provider really or a 50-50 thing. It's one complete whole.
Completely.
Y'all gonna be the definition for each other.
Yeah,
yeah,
For each
yeah.
other. So y'all are gonna be teammates. Y'all are gonna be each other's backbone. These are the things that just naturally come with being a unit together. But people have taken all this shit out of content, excuse my French, but all this stuff out of content to where it's nitpicking. So
yeah,
now everybody's in a nitpicking place where they think, oh, if you don't do this, and this, even if all these things is wrapped up into one word, but
yeah.
they wanna pick it apart. And this is where the complication come in with relationships and
I
communication and
I
things
agree.
like that.
I totally agree. Lamont, so let's what you input put on that?
Well, I'm gonna say self-experience from about a month now. Um, Met a random person, and we had a song in common, and simple things. It wasn't about no money. It wasn't about you live here, I live there. She has her own things, has struggles like like normal people. When I see when we talk about 50-50 or whatever the case may be, I know that my income is greater than her income. But yet and still, I'm gonna throw a prime example. We went to the Earth, Wind and Fire concert, and they
Hmm.
didn't take cash because I set a limit on how much cash I was gonna spend. I wasn't using no card. They didn't take cash, and we got 2 meals. It was like $41, nothing crazy. And I'm like, bro, I got this cash and I can't spend it. I didn't ask one question at all to her. She Before I could comment, she had her card out already and was swiping it to pay for the food. And then we talk about I'm talking about a woman, this just personally, that has a kind of like a alpha a alpha uh, attitude when you first meet her. And I'm alpha male. And without me saying anything, it was kind of like I put a picture on my Facebook, I think, where I had my daughter, her daughter, and her. They was kind of walking off, like the female lioness. They was walking off in the distance, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
the male lion, kind of in the distance. It was at the waterfront, and despite it was at the waterfront, it was about 8 or 10 boys. I'm just saying how a woman will yield without you even saying anything to you. And I'm evaluating that, and the guys they some teenagers. They're looking like they want to try you, and I just wanted to make sure I had a round chamber. If they tried me, they weren't gonna try me no more. But long story short, something simple, just like Ebony and Desiree's talking about. If I'm saying it right, yeah, Desiree's talking about. I drink coffee in the morning without me asking for nothing. When I was up, I didn't even know it. This was unknown to me. I had coffee brought to me in bed. I'm gonna throw you another prime example. Without me asking, and I got a gang of food in there. Without me asking, We went to she sexed the ribs out Friday night. Saturday we went to her house, picked them up. Her car was in the shop. I wasn't expecting her to cook or anything. I come back in the house, I don't know what I was doing. I got some ribs in there getting cooked, some macaroni and cheese. You coming home from work, you know, you talking about that piece. I had a real bad day like Tuesday, Wednesday. It was real, real hot. And I really didn't want to be bothered. And one of the best things in the world to me to make a man humble, to make a man soft. I come in the house, I got a T-bone steak getting cooked. Now, my daughter's not a steak eater. Now, she know if I cook, you're going to eat what I cook or you're just going to be hungry. However, she took and made some adjustments and made her a chicken breast. Now, this is a woman that got 2 kids of her own. She's at my house as a guest. And them little simple things you wasn't asking for. Like we stayed at her house Saturday night. And yet, she cooks a strip steak. She know Layla don't eat steak. Once again, and that's my child. I would have made an exception. She cooked her some sausage and she like cream cheese and bagels. And all of these things that we're talking about, that softness, is because I'm representing as a man without saying anything. Well, I'm gonna throw you a prime example. I know your car's in the shop. You Ubering. You didn't ask me for anything. And I had never let nobody keep my car. And we wasn't even intimate. She had been here about a week and a half. We wasn't intimate. Not that I could not have, but we wasn't intimate. Not that I couldn't have, but we wasn't intimate, right? And I drove myself to work one day and I said, take the car. And she looked. I said, take the car. I said, I'll call you when I get off work. And we talked throughout the day. So when you look at that, when you're looking at a woman, what we're talking about, and this was crazy. This is how God works. I never forget this. I sent her a DM at like 11:07 on I don't know what day it was, but the same day at 2:49 was on the bike and was together until like midnight. And we've been together every day. It's been about a month. We've been together every day except one day. But even though we weren't together at night or that day, we were still on the phone. And it's easy. Even to a point to where like it was something that I did because we getting to know each other that she didn't like. She didn't say nothing to me at that moment. But later on we discussed it and we came with a saying that if it's something out of line that we ain't agreeing with, like this. That's what we're saying, like this. As me, whatever you're doing, it may be something minor. And what I was doing, I was talking to a female. Yeah, and I opened the door for the female, but she's like, you're too close to her, like you're gonna kiss her. Now keep in mind, we ain't intimate at that moment. But when she explained it to me, we was at the 7th Street swap meet. The swap meet. And a guy that she knew when she was younger, their mama knew, he was pushed up on her too. As far as I was concerned, it was too much. And I said what I said, and put that distance in between that. It wasn't loud, you wasn't rude, and man, it's been very pleasurable. Matter of fact, when I got off the podcast, I'm about to run myself across that bridge and pick up. I ain't gonna even lie to you. As soon as I get off the podcast, I'm going to get her. But here's the thing about it. Here's the beautiful thing about it. We was talking about doing things and what I have to communicate with it. Like the plan Saturday was to go to the swap meet. Y'all call it something else. The flea market.
Flea market.
Go and get some breakfast and go to the flea market. And that was the plan for the day. Man, we went and got something to eat, went to the flea market, went to Rainbow, the store for girls or for ladies. Went and got switched cars, got my car washed. We went and ran, went to the kart country. I mean, had a ball and wasn't nothing asked, wasn't nothing planned. And the energy was very, very, very good, man, as it was hot.
Okay. I say this, I've said this once and I say it plenty of times. It can be very organic with people and you don't have to ask for what you want. All you have to do is be open to possibilities. Because at the end of the day, if you feed somebody what they need to love you, to even be interested in you, it comes simple. We have been through so many debates and back and forths on this podcast, but at the end of the day, it's really simple. Men are simple, women are simple. And most of the time we desire the same things. It's just that because we're voicing it in two different ways, and then we feel like it has to be a back and forth, and it does not. And so sometimes you have to, I made a post and I said, I have always been one that has been combative, and I'll say combative and fighting. I always do that for the people that I love. And it was because I really had to sit back and think about it. It's because I lacked that protection when I was younger. And so, yes, now in a stage where I'm not ready to, I don't want to fight. I don't want to go back and forth. I don't want to do that no more. So I'm stepping into, I stepped into my own softness for me. So when a man, so I know that when a man is going to come at me, I'm going to be, I'll be more gentle because I have a better understanding. That's how I want to be. That's the way I need to represent myself. But when you do find that person, it's going to happen naturally because you just start with the basics. And I say that all the time, people don't do the basics. It's just sitting and having a conversation and talking to somebody, just going with the flow, not looking for all the negative first.
Right.
Take your time and just enjoy each other's company instead of you writing a list to say, okay, so he don't do this. Oh, he don't do this. Oh, he don't do this. It could be just so much simple.
Something simple.
Yes, very simple.
And some of the things that stand out to me is about she wants to know everything about you, and that comes down to about just really, really vetting the person, just getting to know the person, just like how Lamont, how his situation's going on.
Yep.
It was genuine, it was organic, but you know what I'm saying, sometimes I feel like people don't have the patience to learn anyone anymore.
No. Because they don't got used to everybody, so many red flags.
But here's the thing.
So many red flags that they don't even know when it's just something that could be so simple to be fixed or communicated about to make it better or whatever.
But here's the thing. Like I'm in my living room right now. I got a sofa, I got a love seat, and I got this big old chair, right? I don't know how long. I guess my couch is about 6 foot long or whatever, right? And here's what was crazy when we talking about that. You got all these different vices that you can sit on. She's about 5'3", 115 pounds, right? Tiny. And here's what's crazy. But it was so cool. And it's still cool. I want to put that out there. Putting that out there in the world. I'm laying on the couch. And to me, this is just Lamont Dawson speaking on Lamont's experience. And what was so cool was, instead of going and getting on the love seat, which I would have kind of somewhat preferred to an extent, she was like, I'm going to make room. You going to make room for me. And she just come and sit on your lap, on your leg or whatever. And I put it on my Facebook, we both on this couch. And I got a king size bed. But we was on this couch last Friday, knocked out on this couch. Yeah. And it could be the simple things. It wasn't no steak or nothing. You come home from work. She's got home from work a little earlier than you. And she don't even live here. And she works in Indiana. But you come in the house and you can smell pizza. So the first thing I asked my daughter, I said, baby, did you cook pizza? She's like, no, Daddy Des did. I'm like, oh, okay. And it was just simple things, but make everything worthwhile. And I'm going to tell you in my biggest opinion, when somebody wants to spend time, we can make all the money in the world, but what we can't get back is time.
Yeah.
And she has an older daughter. She has an older daughter that's, she's about to be 18. So she kind of been doing her own little thing, right? But still, if she was with us, she could enjoy it too. Now, that was all of a sudden yesterday, she want to start going with us. Okay. And like I told her, she's your baby. They're your babies. And it's not expensive with 5 people. You be on a budget, but it's not expensive. And I like having fun personally.
Right.
That's because you can make a person desire to want more with just the simple things. It don't take much for a person to recognize, okay, you know what? I like this family vibe over here, so let me get on this family vibe and see what it's about. That may be what her daughter was thinking, because she's like, okay, this is different. Women have an instinct in them. They have an intuition in them that's very strong. It's very strong. And when it's just like a child who knows who to mess with, who not to mess with. Like, they know. And women know.
Yeah,
so it's like, go ahead.
Sorry, excuse me. And another, sorry to cut you off, but another thing that stuck out to me, she supports your dreams and hopes. A real woman's always, this is the thing, Javante, a real woman's always wants to support your dreams and hopes, but the thing, the complication comes in is when you think she has an agenda, or when you feel like she's trying to be nosy, or she this or that. When you don't receive it how she's giving it. Because if you don't receive it, and you're thinking that she's up to something
when really she's not. She's just trying to show you who she is as a woman. And you don't know
But
how
I'm
to
gonna say,
receive that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people don't know how to receive that because they're like, okay, well, they instantly go to their past.
Mhm.
This is not the past. This is something new. Regardless of all
but
the bullshit that happened in the past, but this is something new.
well, I ain't gonna even say that either, though, Ab. I'm gonna agree with you. No, I'm gonna agree with you, but I'm gonna say this too. Sometimes when we're getting supported, either male supporting woman, woman supporting male, the couple supporting one another, sometimes it might be something that we're seeing. I mean, that they're seeing out of opposite seeing, and it's constructive criticism, not to keep us from trying to achieve our dreams or whatever our goal is, but it's trying to keep us grounded.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we don't want to receive that information.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's
true.
A lot of times we don't, because I'm gonna tell you, I've never been recently to where I wanted to make less money. I'm not gonna lie to you at all. However, at this juncture in my life, I'm like, man, I'm ready to get rid of my pickup truck. I'm ready to sell my 2 semi trucks. I'm ready to sell my car. And I'm just like, I want to be very simple. I would rather still have materialistic nonsense. I would rather take him better do trips on the weekend, take that money and do trips on, at least 2 weekends a month. Than having, okay, I drive a certain kind of car, I drive or whatever the case may be. I wear a certain kind of clothes.
Go in the house. Here come his little kid. Sorry to
you ready to embrace life.
Right. I want to have fun. Like next weekend, this weekend or whatever, they're going to Detroit, to a hometown. And I'm like, yeah. And, something about my daughter going or whatever, we ain't on that level right now. But however, for me, if I was going out of town, I understand you staying with family or whatever, that's fine, cool and dandy. But from my life experiences, I got to get me a hotel. Because ain't nobody going to put me out. I don't want to deal with no nonsense. I'm going to get me a hotel. But it's just so simple. But they making things so simple. Like, I don't want nobody riding with me. It's one thing to deal with you and yours. I don't want no grandmamas, and I'm jacked up. I'm just jacked up. I don't want you riding with me.
No, I'm just you know who you are.
You know who you are
as a person.
I learned that as a junior in high school. I did a double date at a junior prom, and man, it was they arguing, and then it's like causing static with mine. I ain't doing all that. I can say that.
I'm the type of person when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go too. And
but I think when you're dealing with your significant other, I like say me and you out, Shorty. Say me and you out. It's you and I. Right. We can negotiate and give and take to where it ain't all that nonsense.
Correct.
Versus we dealing with Billy, Bob, and Joe that we don't really know.
That is true.
I don't want to do all that. I don't want. That's messing up my vibe.
It is messing up your vibe. And then another thing that stood out for me was she's caring and nurturing.
Hey man. Hey, to nurture a child that's not your child. Hey, I'm coming to pick up Layla. Let her know I'm on my way. Mm-hmm. Normally, Layla would have been like, no, Daddy, I'm tired. Layla said, okay, didn't even question it, and got ready. And they was gone. That right there, that nurturing from a man and a woman, that nurturing, that's priceless.
Priceless. So, do anyone else got any inputs before we go to the next one? What about you, Desiree? You've been quiet over there. I'm calling you out. You've been quiet over there.
Because, y'all basically saying everything that I was going to, of course, I was going to say. Not every woman has that nurturing sense about them. Facts. Not every woman does. And they can have kids and they still ain't nurturers. But, hey, he basically said everything.
I think the signs will show when you do run across a woman that's like that. When you do run across a person that is not the nurturer, not the love, not the person who's disconnected from themselves, because they will be disconnected from you as well.
Right.
Exactly. And I got exes. I just seen one probably like 20 minutes ago, and he wants to have this whole conversation. I'm like, you didn't get me when we was together, but now that you don't have that in place no more, now it's let's sit down and have a conversation. I'm sorry, I'm keep it moving. I don't have time to have a conversation with you because you was jealous of the relationship I have with my kids. Like my brother, my anybody who stays with me, my brother don't even stay with me, but he comes over and we might be all in my room playing the game or listen to music, just vibing, and he hated that.
It might be because of something from his past that's kind of like
He could
exactly.
be
And
in,
I'm
he could
not
be
willing
insecure.
to fix
yeah,
nobody no more.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah.
willing to fix you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be in a relationship, there is some things that people supposed to fix themselves
Themselves,
before
absolutely.
entering
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
relationship.
absolutely.
You
Because
need to
you
be
are
a
being
you need to
damaged.
be a healed person before you get in a relationship.
Exactly. You're going to
Yeah.
damage me. You know what I'm saying? Because you're damaged. You
Mm-hmm.
supposed to work on yourself. If that's what you want in life is a relationship, you want that partner, you have to work on yourself first.
Absolutely.
Yes, that is
Either
true.
Absolutely.
let's just be friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. So everybody out there, hey, this is a hell of this. Hey, I'm telling you, everybody needs to take notes on this. Everybody out there. The next video about the show is the next 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Hold
Y'all
on, let me
need
flip my paper so I can take notes for the men. Hold
Let
on.
me
y'all,
get a
hey,
piece
y'all
of
need to
paper.
take notes because I'm telling you, hey, this show here, hey, this go for both ways. Men, I'm showing y'all what women like, what they to tell you they love you, and what the video I'm about to show y'all is women that we're telling y'all what y'all will know that we love y'all and we're in love with y'all. So here
All
we
right, I'm
go.
ready.
All right, here we go.
From a man. Sign number 1. He protects. Do not undervalue the effort your man makes to make sure you safely reach home. If he is concerned about how you feel, if you are warm, or if you are safe or not, he is just being caring about you. This is a sign that he really means to never lose you. Sign number 2. He respects. If he loves you, he will never want you to do anything against your wish. He will maturely respect your decisions about your personal matters. He would honor your ideals and principles and never compel you to follow his own. Sign number 3. He keeps away from temptations. Men are usually visual beings. If a man is in love with you, he would be so focused on your beauty that any irresistible woman would not catch his fancy. If given a chance to flirt with someone highly attractive, he will run away from it. This means he genuinely lacks the interest in other women, as he finds you the most attractive one. Sign number 4. He is always sensitive about your feelings. If he truly loves you, your feelings will be his first priority. He would always consider how you feel. He would never pursue anything you don't like and try to mend his flaws. He would make sure he reduces every probability of hurting you. Sign number 5. He is humble. Love makes him so selfless that he always gives his pride away. His love for you has humbled him so much so that he keeps away his ego when you guys fight. His fear of losing you is greater than his desire to prove himself right. Sign number 6. He encourages you to be your very best. If he loves you, he will never get jealous of you earning more or doing better than him. In fact, he will never lose a chance to encourage you and celebrate your achievements. He will inspire you to be your best and reach your dreams. Sign number 7. He includes you in every part of his life. When a man loves a woman, he wants to integrate her into his life. He would love to bring her around his friends and family. He wants them to love you and for you to love them. He wants you to be an extension of him and include you in important events and milestones. Sign number 8. He tries to give more than he takes. Real love is about giving and contributing to your partner's life. A man who loves you will give the best to you. With him, you will never feel like you are being drained of giving all you have. True love is about giving as much as you can, yet never be short of anything. Sign number 9. It's not me, it's us. You were two separate individuals, but now you are a combined team. When a man is in love, he will see you as inseparable. Where he goes, he wants you to go, and vice versa. It is no longer my life, it is our life, our achievements, and our teamwork. Sign number 10. He understands you even without you speaking anything. When two people are in love, they connect at a level where they hardly need to explain things in words. If he loves you, he will easily read your emotions on your face, in your eyes, without you having to explain anything at all. He connects to you at a greater degree of empathy and understanding. Sign number 11. Your happiness is his happiness. When you are happy, this happiness will be reflected in him. Being in love is about being teammates who always support each other. A man in love will want to see you happy and work to make it happen. Sign number 12. You will know. When someone is in love with you, you will just get to feel it. If you find yourself happy, content, and at peace most of the time, you should know that he is one of the biggest reasons. How did you find out if he truly loves you or not? Right?
Hey, so that was a heavy one right there, man. But number one, the first one, protect. He protect. I feel like that's pretty big, but sometimes that could be belittled or be looked over because there's so many ways that a man protects. But that protection is one of his love language. But that also get looked over a lot. Respect. I feel like that's not pertaining to just one side. That's on both sides. A woman needs to respect a man needs to respect a woman on both sides. A lot of times that is lacked. He keep away from temptations. Where I kind of get that he needs to stay away from temptation, but I also will put that in with protect, because men tend to look at things how we say things or say this or do this so you can see how it is. It's part of protection. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times some women see it as control, but that is still part of protection. What you got, Lamont? Let me see what you got.
Talking about control, I don't really think it's control, because even with me having a 15-year-old child, I can't control her. She's going to do what she wants to. Now, there's consequences behind positives or negatives on doing certain things or following rules and regulations, which I also teach every rule that's made is also made to be broken. However, there's consequences. If it's somebody, if you respecting one another, male and female, if you respecting one another as a couple, female, male, whatever, they'll never look at it as control. I don't think so. Because if you know it's a certain thing that bothers me, something within reason, i.e., if you my lady, I had this experience, swear to God, real story. I think it's beautiful to see women with the shorts, where right there, where the shorts right there, the crease of the tail. Oh man, I love it when I'm looking at somebody else's woman. But then let's flip it. Now you out with your lady.
You hitting it.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool in the house. But we going outside. I'm like, oh, but now you ain't even my lady. But I'm like, oh, baby, hold on, now what we doing? But so now she knows I can't tell no grown person what to do. But she knew it was an issue to me. So we in the car or whatever, she's good. But when we got out, she wore something to cover her tail end up because it bothered me. And then the next day, she had some on, but even when she had them on, they wasn't like the other ones. Like I said, it's fine when I'm looking at somebody else's, but when it was vice versa, I'm like, hey, hold on, I got a problem. But however, because she knew that slightly bothered me, she respected that. But I also keep in mind, I know it's gonna be something that I'm aware, I don't wear, or whatever. It's gonna be like, hey, that ain't vibing. I gotta remember to give that same due respect.
Right. Well, Desiree, what you got?
I was gonna go with 4. As far as when he said, "Dang, I had it all down."
He is always
before I
sensitive
start
to
this.
about your feelings.
Right. Okay. So a real, I guess I ain't gonna say a real man, but a man. Period. He would if he loves you, he's gonna be like, if you're sad about something, like he's going to come in and he's gonna let you know that he feels your pain. I have a friend who ain't in love, but I can tell that he cares about my feelings. Father's Day was really a messed up time for me, and then also my dad's birthday was on the 22nd, and he made sure he reached out to me. He stayed in contact with me the whole Father's Day. Just throughout the whole time, he's just been checking on me, making sure my mental was okay. That's a big thing. If someone loves you, they supposed to care about what you're going through. I mean, the whole list was good to me. I respect and I like the whole list, honestly. But that just also helps me know what I want in a relationship.
Right.
I'm looking for all of them things. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Because you can't have one without the other.
Okay.
Hey, Desiree, can I say something to you?
Yes, sir.
I was talking to probably about 2 or 3 women,
Hmm.
beautiful, beautiful sisters, and felt like I was putting in a lot of work. Well, I felt like I was putting in something and I wasn't receiving it back,
Right.
and I get a little flustered with that. But here's what's crazy: when God take it any way you want to, because I just told y'all, when God, when it's your time, you ain't gonna even be looking, D, and it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna come.
It's gonna come.
And we meet everybody in this world for a reason. And it was I think they said in a lifetime we affect 1 million, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me, but I think it's about 1 million people in a lifetime that we affect. And what's crazy is this is the crazy about our world. Me and this young lady know some of the same people, but our paths never crossed.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna say this: when it's time, and it's gonna probably be when you least expect it, and it may be your darkest moment, it may be even your greatest moment. But when it's your time, I can promise you, God will never forsake you, nor will He abandon you. When it is your time, D, it is gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you, and you ain't, and it's gonna be effortless. You're not gonna be putting no work in. You're gonna put work into it, but it's gonna be like this conversation that we're having right now.
Right.
Right.
And I'm
So,
gonna tell you for about 2 years. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh no, you go. You gotta finish.
For 2 years, I was battling that, roughly about 18 months, I would say. And I'm like, man, why am I putting this effort in? And it's like, you keep falling, you keep falling, you fall. So I said, well, let me start checking me. And I start backing away. And when I least expect something, just something about a song, I ain't gonna need to lie to you. It was a story come by, song by Friday I like, and I'm like, it's my jam. I jam it on my motorcycle. And here we are right now today. As soon as I got this podcast, I'm about to get in my car and go to Indiana.
That's
I ain't
right.
swear to God I am.
That's right. So D, I'm gonna ask you about number 9. What is your thoughts of it's not me, it's us?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to, after a while of being with someone or after you get to know someone, it's supposed to start being a us thing. It the same way as how he met someone and she's in tune with him, she's in tune with his child. It's supposed to be a us thing. My cousin, he got with a girl She already had kids. He had kids. They end up having kids together, but they combine their families together. It's supposed to be a us thing. You know, include me. I want to meet your family. I want to see what your hobbies are, what you like, what you know, the things you don't like. So it
Right.
can be a us the same way it is supposed to be vice versa.
Right.
It's supposed to be a us situation after a while. Because if it's still a me and you situation, it's not a relationship.
So let's get it, Miss Suge. What you got?
Come on with it now.
Come on
So
with it.
y'all know me. I'm straight no
Come
chase.
on with it.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. These two lists between, and I wrote down one from each on each list. I wrote all the numbers, 12 down, and I wrote a word next to each one of them. And I'm gonna tell you these exact lists are the exact same. Everything that was said on the women list was said on the men's list. It was just like I said before, in two different ways. Because a man has a way of saying what they say, and a woman has a way of saying the exact same thing, just in a different way. Like when he said team on the other list, and I'm telling you, I literally wrote these down. On the other list, it's the same thing. Team. Like, you know, these lists are the same. We desire the same. I don't know how many times I can say it. Just like you said, your main thing was protect, respect, keeping temptation away, sensitive of your feelings. Okay, so all that is in the same realm of her accepting, putting effort, accepting your perfection. She validates you. All that comes in a woman's version is saying she's gonna respect you. She's good. That's her showing you respect when she values you, when she validates you. That's her showing her way of respecting you. Keeping away from temptation. She's not gonna let another man interfere with something that she know is good for her and good for y'all.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Exactly.
So the list is the same. Humble. She's definitely gonna be humble. She's gonna be humble because she knows that you are her peace, and therefore in return she desires to be your peace. Do you get what I'm saying? So these lists are the same, but just said in two different ways. And then another thing, when you was talking about Lamar, when you was talking about protection, no, not you, Javante, you said protection and control. Okay, well, here's the thing about that. I don't believe that, like Lamar said, it's a control thing. I'm gonna tell you how that plays in. What that plays in is that it's not what you say, it's how you say it to a woman. She can respect the fact that you're gonna protect her. She can respect the fact that you're gonna tell her some things that she may not want to hear, but it's not what you say, it's how you present it to her.
Exactly.
Because if you present it in an aggressive way, if you present it as if you're trying, if it sounds controlling, then she's not going to respect that because you're being aggressive with that. But if you represent it well, she can say, babe, you know what? You're right. I respect that. You know, I understand where you're coming from. The communication skill.
Exactly.
It's the way you represent.
I'm going to say something. Sometimes we have a fallout, right? You know, people in general, and we have a fallout. And to me, you know, when you're most vulnerable to me as a human is when you land there with your significant other, and you don't have. Let's say y'all got out of the shower, cause then here's my thing with that. Sorry about the dogs, but here's my thing with that. When you don't have nothing on, you in your birthday suit, and y'all just there in the bed or wherever y'all may be at, you have nothing to hide. I mean, it sounds funny, but I mean, seriously, when you think about what I'm saying, you'd have got out of the shower, or y'all have been intimate, and intimate don't necessarily mean, you know,
physical.
That y'all having sex. Just
Yeah,
y'all in tune with one another mentally. Y'all in tune all together. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna keep this 100. I hope she don't get mad at me. We wasn't in tune. Swear to God, we wasn't in tune. Our first go around, we was like yin and yang. But we got in tune with one another. Cause I was grading, I'm like, man, this is mediocre. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work at all. But we got in tune with one another, and shit, that shit was like the space shuttle. I'm just gonna keep it 100 however it is.
Right.
I ain't gonna even lie to you on that.
It's not. Yeah, it's not what you say. It's how you say it. I'm gonna tell you something. Prime example is this: you come in, you having a bad day, you in an uproar, and the first thing she does is she approaches you, calm, cool, and collected. What's going on, babe? What's wrong? Now, if you come in with the, I don't want to talk about it, other this, you know, she might give you some time, and then she's gonna come back and say, what happened? What's wrong? Now, instead of you taking that as her being nosy, maybe she's really just trying to nurture you and get an understanding of what's going on so she can uplift you. Because I'm going to tell you something. It's a balancing act. If you're here, she's here. This is how she's going to come in because she's going to be like, okay, babe, you know, I can see you upset and stuff. Talk to me. What's up?
Right.
When she's here, if you come in here, I'm telling you something. Just that calm, cool, and collective is going to bring her here.
Right.
It's the same way it would be with you if you recognize it. But if you don't recognize it and you come in on 10 and you can never come down to where you at, then you have a problem. But if you recognize that she's only trying to hear you, understand you, just like him, he's trying to hear her, understand her, it can come to a balance.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
That's true. That is so true. Hey, but let me ask you something. What is your thoughts on he's include you in every part of his life? What's your thoughts on that?
Now, me personally, you know, I feel like that's something great. I would definitely want to include him in my life, but I'm not gonna say every aspect.
Right. I
don't feel like it should be in every aspect because at the end of the day, we are individuals. And I feel like he should be allowed to have that time to himself, you know, whether it be with his boys or whatever, you know, and vice versa. Because if you include in every single aspect of somebody's life, you can get kind of like bored with each other. You can get tired of each other. You can, you know, there's a lot of things that can happen right there. You do need that time to separate, to reset by yourself. Right. Reset by yourself is extremely important as well. So I'm not going to agree with the every aspect.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we're coming to our closing, man, because this was actually a good conversation. I actually learned some things myself, you know, but I'm just going to say this. Before you get in a relationship or one relationship, make sure y'all healed. Heal yourself. Heal yourself before you try to, because it never worked because you can take that back into the other relationship. So,
but I'm going to say this. Sometimes being soft, like Eb said, helps overcome some of that trauma too.
Yeah.
That's true.
It does.
Yeah.
Because me personally, I'm telling you, somebody come in, if I'm heavy and somebody come in soft with me, and I can literally see myself do a whole 360 in that instant. I just calm down because he's calm with me. So it's like, even if he's like, babe, stop that noise. I swear it brings me down because he's not feeding the energy. You know, he's soothing that energy where it's like, okay, you know what? I am being a little too wild and rebellious and crazy right now at this moment because I am on 10. It makes me recognize it within myself.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that. I totally agree with that, Ebony. That's ain't nothing else to say with this show, y'all. Hey, that's it for the night, y'all. Hey, y'all follow Shorty Logic Podcast, man. We taking this shit all up. We going all the way to the top, y'all. Share, like, comment. Throw some topics out there. See what y'all things that got on your mind and your hearts. Throw it out there. We out of here, y'all. Jurgen.
We out.